everything is okay for me. Well, Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. According with titles, yes, we are roasting Divija Bhasins in the topics of the misogyny in politics. And now, just for a moment, okay, and now we can see here is a significant moment as we can. Divija Bhasin says that the men who are not feminists should not get to be in politics. And now I would tell you that why I, misogynist Michaela, support misogyny in the politics of the United States of America. Okay, first of all, here we can notify the points. Here, well, and here we can see. Here is our Divija sins. Now let's see. The man who are Divija sins said, the men who are not feminist should not get to be in politics. Okay. In the previous previous contents, we have roasted Divija Bhasin, where Divija Bhasin says the man who are not feminist is misogynist. Okay, and now here Divija Bhasin said the man who are not feminist should not get to be in politics. Okay, now let's respect her the points, and now here we can see the significant moments. Today we would mention the points here. What is we can do here? We present Donald Trump, the Honorable United States Misogynist President, and we would present that what if United States of America contains feminist presidents like Tulsi Gabbard, and here Kamala Harris, and here our Hillary Clintons. Okay, first of all, here we can see here we would notice our points. Then, what if Kamala Harris would be the President of United States of America versus the United States of President Donald Trump? Okay. First of all, what if Kamala Harris would be the United States feminist president as a hypotheticals? Okay. Now let's see. Here, United States F-35 fighter plane would attack Venezuela. Departure is Chicago, United States of America. Arrival is Caracas, Venezuela. Target is Venezuelan communist terrorist. Now here, flying distance is 4,100 kilometers. Flying time is 100 hours. That means 34 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 seconds. Well, half of weight of F-35 plane is 100,000 kilograms. Okay. Someone say hi. Well, Salam, how are you? I hope you are fine. Okay. Here we can notify this. Now here the point to be noted, Divija Bhasin says men who are not feminists should not get to be in politics. Uh, that means, accordance with Divija Bhasin's, every prime ministers of India or every president of India should be feminist accordance with Divija Bhasin's. But now, and here now the topic about United States of Americas. Divija Bhasin's, accordance with Divija Bhasin's, every feminist should be every president of the United States of America should be feminist accordance with Divija Bhasin's. Now, let's see that what about the feminist points. Here, for flying distances 4100 kilometers. Now, flying time is 100 hours. Half of weight of F-30. Well, now here we can see kinetic powers of F-35 plane is here we can notice fights. Well, well, kinetic powers of F-35 planes is almost 37 watts. Okay. Now let's see what about the misogynist presidents. Here I demonstrate Donald Trump as an United States misogynist president. Now let's see. Well, uh, uh, now let's get the points. Point to be noted, Milords. Here, uh, now in real world, Donald Trump is the honorable United States misogynist president. Well, now in United States, if the 30 fighter plane attack is the Venezuela and target is Venezuelan communist terrorist. Flying distance is 41,100 kilometers, but now the flying time is 1 second. Hence, the kinetic power of F-35 plane is 1.681 trillion megawatts. Okay. And that is the significant points as we can notify this. Okay. Now point to be noted, Milord. Just wait for a moment. Well, point to be noted, Milord. Accordance with Divija Bhasin's, feminist United States president should be feminist. Otherwise, they should not be the president of United States of America. But now, on the reality is when United States of America contains the misogynist presidents, well, the love of the rosary is like 30 in flesh. Ah, okay. Now, well, and I love your points, and I would get some things your moments. Well, you can see. Well, uh, Shukran Habibis. Well, now here the flying distance is 4100 kilometers and flying time is 1 seconds. When we contains the misogynist presidents, hence of United States of America, F-30 fighter planes contains the velocity of 4100 kilometer per seconds. But in the period of the feminist president of United States of America, well, F-35 fighter plane contains 41 kilometer per hours. Okay. Now I would explain you that what was happening in here. Okay. Well, here we can notify this. Well, and here we can would say, well, okay. Now let's see what's happening. And now, misogynist presidents of United States of America wants to protect the sovereignty of United States of America. Well, now the protect the as a president protecting the sovereignty of United States of America is just like a symbol of the nationalisms. And now let's see what about the topic of uh, let's see what is the points. The points is the misogynist presidents of United States of America is nationalist. On the other hand, the feminist presidents of United States of America is anti-nationals. Hence, you can notify that when United States of America contains the misogynist presidents, here distance between Chicago of United States of America and the Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela, is 4,100 kilometers, containing misogynist presidents of United States of America. F-35 fighter planes contains the about the velocity of 4,100 kilometer per second. That means here that means the significant moments is like that. Just for a moment. Well, in the American New York time, I mean in the Chicago time, January 8, 2026, at the morning 3 o'clock, United States F-35 fighter planes would depart from Chicago of United States of America. Well, January 8, 2026, at 3 o'clock, morning 3 o'clock, 1 second past, uh, the F-35 fighter plane can reach the Venezuela to eliminate the entire Venezuelan communist terrorists. Uh, yes. That means in 1 second, F-35 fighter plane could travel well, F-35 fighter planes could travel 4,100 kilometers in 1 second. And now let's see that how we can calculate the kinetic power of F-35 planes when United States of America contains the misogynist presidents. Okay, that's simple. In this case, here kinetic power of F-35 plane is yeah, half of weight of F-35 plane multiplied by distance square. And now here we can see. Now here, when the distance, flying distance is 4,100 kilometers, and flying distance is, we can convert kilometer to meters, that is 41 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 meters. Well, hence the distance square is 41 square multiplied by 10 to the power 5 square meter square. And now the question is that what about the what would be the result of meter squares? Simple. 10 to the power 5 square is 10 to the power 10. And 41 square is 1681. That means Distance square is 1681 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 meter squares. But on the other hand, we know that half of weight of F-35 plane is 100,000 kilograms. Okay. Now 100,000 means 10 to the power 5. Now the multiplication between 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 10 is 10 to the power 15. Okay. Now the multiplication of 10 to the power 15 and 10 to the power, the multiplication between 10 to the power 15 and 1681 is 10 to the power 18 multiplied by 1.681. That means 1.681 trillion megawatt, because it is almost actually 1.681 quintillion watts. But here we can see that we can calculate. But now the problem is when we United States citizens contains the feminist president of United States of America, and here the departure is saying Chicago of United States of America. The arrival is saying Caracas of the capital city of Venezuela, and the target is saying Venezuelan communist terrorist. Flying distance is saying 4,100 kilometers. But now, in the period of feminist presidents of United States of America, here the flying time is 100 hours. Well, we know that 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. That means 36 multiplied by 10 squared seconds. But now the flying time is 100 hours. Hence, we can convert into seconds. That becomes the 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 seconds. Okay. Now here we can see we misogynist politicians love to be president of United States of America containing the high-speed F-35 fighter planes. Hence, with the velocity of 4,100 km per second. But now, when United States of America contains the feminist president's F-35 fighter plane contains the velocity only of 41 km per hour. Now here travel time is 41 kilometer. Travel distance is 4,100 kilometers. Hence the flying time is 100 hours. And that is the problem. And here the problematic points is, we can say, wow. Here we can say the significant points. Indo. DDS, I love your comments and okay. DDS, I love your comments as the moments, and I have a beautiful response of for your comments. Well, okay, and now let's see what about the points. When when feminist president became feminist politicians became the president of United States of America, the negative points is here the F-35 fighter plane contains the velocity only of 41 km per hour. Now here distance is 4,100 kilometers and the flying time is 100 hours. Hence, the kinetic power of F-35 fighter plane is, well, half of weight of F-35 planes multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. Okay. Oh. Now here travel time cube is now as an input. Travel time is distance. What? Now here travel time is 100 hours. That means 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 seconds. Hence. And now it is the significant moments, just for a moment. And here is the beautiful points. Tana Tani. Ha. Okay, I would respect your points, and your comment is so beautiful, and I respect your comments. Okay, now here we can see. Let's have the points. Now the eight. Okay. Now F-35. Now we can see the travel time is cube is 36 cube multiplied by 10 to the power 4 cube. And now let's see what is 10 to the power 4 cube. That is 10 to the power 12. And what is 36 square? What is 36 cube? 36 cube is 216 square. And that is 6 to the power 6. But on the other hand, travel distance square is 41 100 kilometers. That means 41 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 meters. Hence, the flying distance square is 1681 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 meter squares. Okay. 1681 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 meter squares. And what is the half of weight of F-35 plane? That is 10 to the power 5. Oh, well. The multiplication between 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 10 is 10 to the power 15. And here we can see what is the deviation from 10 to the power 15 by 10 to the power 12. Let's see. What is subtraction of 15 by 12? That is 3. Well, hence the calculations becomes here 10 cube multiplied by 1681 divided by 6 to the power 6, and that is here 37 watts. Okay. Now here the point to be noted, my lord. Well, here the Venezuelan communist terrorist is the sovereignty threat for United States of America. Well, when United States of America contains the misogynist presidents, F-35 fighter plane contains the velocity of 4100 kilometer per second. When, on the other hand, when United States of America contains the feminist presidents, F-35 fighter plane contains 41 km per hour. Where is 4100 km per second and where is 41 km per hour? That is the significant difference as I can see. Well, that On the other hand, when we can calculate the kinetic powers of F-35 planes, now hence when the distance is 4100 kilometers, when United States of America contains misogynist presidents, the kinetic power of F-35 plane is uh, 1.681 trillion megawatts. But when United States of America contains the feminist presidents, kinetic powers of F-35 plane is 37 watts. It is a huge difference. That is almost that is several quadrillion times difference. Okay. Now, when the flying distance is 4,100 kilometers between Venezuela and Chicago city of United States of America, well, hence when United States of America contains the misogynist presidents, uh, hence F-35 fighter plane could attack Venezuelan communist terrorists in 1 second. But when United States of America contains feminist presidents, America contains F-35 fighter planes could travel it in 100 hours. Where is for 1 second and where is 100 hours? That is here. That is the difference between 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 times. Okay. And now it is the second difference I have mentioned. Now I would see that what is the third difference. Okay. Now let's see about the third difference. As we can see, now today's topic here we can see the points. Well, the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius in the period of misogynist president of United States of America. But on the other hand, here this is the significant difference when when we contest the feminist presidents, the fuel is of F-35 fighter plane is petrol, where cost is 1 United States dollars per liters. Okay. Now let's see what happens in the period of misogynist presidents of United States of America. Uh, in the period of misogynist presidents of United States of America. Now let's see the necessary fuel weight is 1.68 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million 666,647 picograms ounce. But on the other hand, let's see the feminist presidents. When we United States of America contains the feminist presidents, here petrol expenditures is 4,727 United States dollars. Okay, it is not a big deal, but the big deal is the significance moments. Okay, now well here the significant big deal moments is here we can notify here total petrol necessity is 4,727 liter of petrols. Okay, now the point is how can I How can we calculate the necessary fuel weights and or necessary petrol volumes? Okay. Now, when in the period of misogynist presidents of United States of America, now let's see that what is necessary for fuel weights. Here, fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of triple six multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand triple six degrees Celsius. Okay. Now here the equation of fuel weight is simple. Kinetic power divided by bracket of engine capability multiplied by this specific feet of artificial solar arc reactor multiplied by temperature of artificial solar arc reactors. Okay. Now here input we can see input of kinetic power is 1681 multiplied by 10 to the power 15 watts. And here and we know that engine capability is 98%, and we know the artificial solar specific heat is 15,408, and we know here temperature is triple six multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand triple six degrees Celsius. Okay, and here is the jackpot we can see. The jackpot points is the very significant moments. Here, the necessary fuel is weight is actually uh, 1.68 multiplied by 10 to the power negative triple six million triple six thousand 662 kilograms. And now we know that 1 kilogram is 10 to the power 15 picograms. Hence, the necessary fuel weight is 1.68 multiplied by 10 to the power negative triple six million triple six thousand 647 picograms. Hums. Because the subtraction from triple six million triple six thousand 662 by 15 is triple six million triple six thousand 647. And here we can see, and here accordance with the calculations we can notify this our necessary weight of artificial solar arc reactor is several times less than lightweight than 1 picograms, because here temperature artificial solar arc reactor temperature is triple six multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand 666 degrees Celsius. Yes. But and here is the misogynist president's charisma that we we F-35 fighter planes contains a misogynist is a fuel systems and that of artificial solar arc reactor. And in this points, the it is very easy for F-16 fighter plane pilot to attack the Venezuelan communist terrorist. But what about the points? What about the period when we contents the feminist presidents of United States of America? Okay, that symbol. In that points, the feminist, the period of feminist president of United States of America, F-35 fighter plane contains the fuel system, where fuel is only the petrol, and the cost of petrol is 1 United States dollars hertz per liters. Hence, the necessary petrol cost is here we can see. Okay, here necessary petrol cost is 4,727 United States dollars. And now, point to be noted below here, accordance with Divija Bhasin's, well, F-16 fighter planes in the period of feminist president of United States of America uh, contains the necessary petrol expenditures only 4,727 United States of dollars in lieu of 1 million, 2 million, 3 million United States of dollars as a petrol expenditures, right? And that is the negative points. That is the negative points, because here negative points is that here United States because here in the period of feminist presidents of United States of America, F-30 fighter plane contains the highest velocity of 41 km per hour to attack the Venezuelan communist terrorists. Hence, when the distance between Chicago, or the city of United States of America, and Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela, the travel time is 100 hours, because the distance is 4,100 kilometers. Hence, the petrol is here we can see for 4,727 liter of petrols. Now we know that density of petrol is 0.778 kilogram per liters. Okay. Now here we can see now let's see 48 multiplied by 0.8. Well, and here we can see the 6 multiplied by 6.4. That is the points. That means it needs 38 almost 3,900 kilograms of petrols. 4,727 liters of petrol is 3,900 kilograms of petrols. Now here we can see where is the artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius with the weight of 1.68 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million, 666,000, 647 picograms. And where is petrol of with the volume of 4,727 liters with the weight of 1,300 kilograms. Now here is the significant difference the points. Yes. And it is the use problem for us. Okay. Now it is the points when F-30 fighter plane would travel to attack Venezuelan terrorists. But what about what about if Venezuelan Sukhoi 37 fighter plane would attack Chicago of the United States of America? Okay. And this in the period of feminist presidents of United States of America, F-35 fighter plane of United States F-35 fighter plane would contain 4,100 kilometer per hours. That means 4,100 kilometer per 100 hours. But what about the Venezuelan Sukhoi 37 fighter plane? Velocity would be still 4,100 kilometers per minute. Okay, now here is the significant moments as we can notify. And here I like to contains the calculations at the moments. Okay. Okay. Now here we can see 1681. Uh, well, now here we can see 1681 multiplied by 10 to the power 15. Now, let's see the points. It is divided by, well, and here we can see what about the minutes. Okay, we know that here the times would be, here we can see 60. It would take this trouble would be covers in 1 minute. Uh, and here we can see the points. Multiple by 98, multiple by what is notifiers? 0.778. Well, now here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So almost 6.2 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Now here we can find in the period of well, Sukhoi 37 would use petrol as a fuel, and in the period of feminist presidents, United States F-35 fighter plane would use petrol as a fuel. And what is the negative points? The negative points is the huges of significant moments, as we can see. Here we can see the significant moments. The negative points is United States F-35 fighter plane would spend 427 United States dollars for petrol. But on the other hand, what about the Venezuela? Venezuelan communist terrorists would spend 6.2 trillion United States dollars on petrols for Venezuelan Sukhoi 37 planes. Hence. And here is the significant negative points, as we can see. But now the problem is United States would not Venezuela would not condense the entire gross domestic products like 6.2 trillion United States dollars. That means here okay. That means here we can see 6.2 trillion United States dollars would be funded by the feminist presidents of United States of America. And that is the significant negative moments as we can pursue. Well, now here my question is, when Divija Bhasin's contest the points that misogynist politicians should not be president of United States of America, my question is, would we United States citizens contest the anti-national presidents? Okay, and here here is the significant moments as we can see. And now, and now here I would condense the points just for a moment. Now here the points is about Tulsi Gabbard. Well, now here topic is Iranian terrorist. Okay. Now Tulsi Gabbard is now here we can demonstrate Tulsi Gabbard, the Honorable United States Feminist President, as hypothetical, where in real world we contents Donald Trump as a misogynist president of United States of America. Okay, now here we can see what we can notify this for me. Well, here in the period of misogynist presidents, here we can see United States F-35 fighter plane attacks on Iran. Here departure is Chicago of United States of America and arrival is Tehran, Iran. Target is Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei. And what is the via? Via is Berlin, Germany. Okay. Now here we can see what is about the flying distance. Flying distance would be 11,000 kilometers. And what is about the flying times? Here flying time is 1 second. Okay. Here half of weight of F-35 plane is 10,000 kilograms. Okay. Now we can see what is the kinetic power of F-35 planes. That is 12.1 trillion megawatts. Okay. And now here we can see significant notifications for its. Uh, we can't say live, Habibi. Okay. Now here we can see that how we could calculate the kinetic powers with the velocity of 11,000 kilometer per second. It is simple. Now in the several times we have mentioned that what is going on. The point is the significant moments when we condense the 11,000 kilometer per second, that is less than 31,000 kilometer per second. And here we can condense the equations of Newtonian kinetic powers. When the travel distance is 11,000 kilometer per hour and the travel time is 1 second, we know the kinetic power is kinetic energy because travel time is 1 second. 1 square is equal to 1 cube. Okay, and now let's see the first points. Here we can notify this. We love the we misogynist man love the presidency of United States of America, and when where the topic is the misogynist president of United States of America, we misogynist presidents of United States of America loves the high speed F-35 fighter planes. Okay. When Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei is the enemy of sovereignty of United States of America, we the misogynist presidents of United States of America loves the high F-35 fighter planes with the velocity of 11,000 kilometer per second, because the 11,000 kilometer per second of velocity for of F-35 fighter plane is actually necessary to protect the air sovereignty of United States of America from Iranian terrorists. Yes, yes. And but what about the feminist presidents here of United States of America? I can notify this. Here we can see the feminist presidents of United States of America is the significant negative points as we can notify. Okay, for now, for now, here we can see here when we contest the feminist presidents of United States of America like Tulsi Gabbard, when the target is Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei, departure is Chicago of United States of America, arrival is Tehran, Iran, and via is Berlin, Germany. The flying distance is 11,000 kilometers. Here, flying time is 100 hours. That means 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 seconds. Okay. We know half of weight of F-35 plane is 100,000 kilograms. And here, kinetic powers of F-35 plane is 260 watts. Okay. Now here we can see what's happened in the ponds. Well, and here we can see 100,000 feminist president of United States of America hate F-35 fighter plane with the velocity of 11,000 kilometer per second. Yes. Feminist presidents of United States of America believe that F-35 fighter planes should contain the velocity only of highest 110 kilometer per hour as the highest velocities. Okay, and that is the negative points. As we can see, the that is the negative points, and that we do not expect from our presidents at the moment. And here we can and in this terms, what about the points? Well, what is 100 hours? I can tell you the 100 hours is almost 4 days, 4 hours. Okay. Now, in the Chicago Times, when United States F-35 fighter airplane could depart the Chicago from at the moment of the time of morning 6 o'clock. Well, after 4 days, 4 hours, uh, F-35 fighter plane would arrive on Tehran, Iran, when that date would be January 12, 2026 at morning 10 o'clock. But in the points of 4 days, 4 hours, Iranian terrorist, particularly Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei, would be prepared to defend herself from F-35 fighter planes, and perhaps she would escape from Iran, Tehran, Iran, and she would be in perhaps Caucasus, Venezuela, or in the village of the Russia. That is the negative points as we can see. Because in that moment we would contain the feminist presidents of United States of America like a Tulsi Gabbard. Okay, now here we can see the what about the kinetic powers of F-35 planes. Hence, how can we calculate? Well, here F-35 planes, kinetic power of F-35 planes in the period of feminist presidents of United States of America would be, here equation is half of weight of F-35 planes multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. And where is the distance square? Distance square is 11 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square, because the flying distance is 11,000 kilometers, and we want to convert input as a meters. Here we can see, and we know that what is the travel time cube, that is 6 to the power 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 cube. Okay, and now here we can see 10 to the power 4 cube is 10 to the power 12. 6 to 10 to the power 6 square is 10 to the power 12. Now, subtraction of 12 by 12 is under. Well, 10 to the power 0 is 1. Now, 10 to the power 5 is multiplied by 1 is 10 to the power 5. Okay, now here we can see 10 to the calculation is 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 121 divided by 6 to the power 6. That is 260 watts. That is the negative parts of feminism. That is the negative parts of feminist presidents of United States of America. But what we contains a misogynist presidents. Here we can see the points. The misogynist presidents of United States of America we contains. That's a significant points. Now, let's see the signatures. Now we go. Okay. Now let's change the scenario. Now we contains the misogynist presidents of United States of America like Donald Trump. Okay. Now here, how the problem is, how can we calculate the kinetic power of F-35 planes? Okay. Now in the period of misogynist presidents of United States of America, the equation of F-35 kinetic powers of F-35 planes is simple. Half of weight of F-35 planes multiplied by only of distance squares. Because here travel time is 1 second. When the travel time is 1 second, 1 square is equal to 1 cube is equal to 1 to the power 7 is equal to 1 to the power 666. And in that moment, when the travel time is 1 second, kinetic power is kinetic energy. And here we can see what is input of half of weight of F-35 plane, that is here 10 to the power 5. And here we can see what is input of flying distance squares, that is 11 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square meter squares. And now, previously we have said that 10 to the power 6 square is 10 to the power 12, and we know 11 square is 121. And now here this flying time is 1 second. Hence, here we can see the multiplication between 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 12 is 10 to the power 70. 10 to the power 17e. 10 to the power 17e multiplied by 121 is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17e watts. That means here 12.1 multiplied by 10 to the power 18 watts. That means here significant pulse, that is we can get 12.1 trillion megawatts. And now, how? Let's see the difference. Well, when we got a misogyny, uh, at the period of United States Air Force to attack Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei, when we contains misogynist presidents, we contains our F-35 fighter plane contains the velocity of 11,000 kilometer per second. But when we contains feminist presidents of United States of America, our F-35 fighter plane contains velocity of uh, 110 kilometer per hours. Where is 11,000 kilometer per seconds and where is 110 kilometer per hours? That is the points. And we can show that 11,000 kilometer per second is the fastest than 110 kilometer per hours. Okay. And now let's see what about the kinetic powers. When we contains misogynist presidents of United States of America, well, F-35 fighter plane contains the kinetic power of 12.1 trillion megawatts. But when we contains the feminist presidents of United States of America, we contains the kinetic powers of 260 watts. Where is 12.1 trillion megawatts and where is 260 watts? And here we can see the points. When our target, when we American president's target is to protect the air sovereignty of United States of America from Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei. Let's see what happens. Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei contains here our necessary kinetic power should be 12.1 trillion megawatt in lieu of 260 watt. And what is the cost? The cost is our velocity should be 11,000 kilometer per second in lieu of 110 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now here the third advantage is here we can see in Chicago time when we contains the misogynist presidents of United States of America, January 8, 2026, Chicago time, morning 6 o'clock, 35 minutes past, our F-35 fighter plane departed the Chicago of United States of America, where target is Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei. Our F-35 fighter plane arrived the Tehran, Iran to attack on Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei in the Chicago time, January 8, 2026 at morning 6 o'clock 35 minutes 1 second passed. Well, now here we can see where is 1 second and where is 100 hours. The huge difference of 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 times. And here we can see in the velocity 1 second is fast than 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 seconds. That means 1 second is fast than 100 hours. That means 1 second is fast than 4 days 4 hours. Okay. Now let's see what about the significant moments. That is the achievements for us. Okay. Well, here we can see. Here we can see the points. Now, when we Americans contest the misogynist presidents of United States of America, here our F-35 fighter plane to attack Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei contains the fuel as artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,666,666 degrees Celsius. And here we can see our necessary fuel weight is 1.21 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666,635 picograms. But on the other hand, here we can see when we contains the feminist presidents of United States of America, and now here we can could notify here kinetic power. Our kinetic power. Well, here fuel is petrol and cost is $1 per liters. And what about the points? Necessary petrol expenditure is 35,000 United States dollars. And now here we can see just for a moment, here are the points of we can see the points. Accordance with Divija Bhasin's feminist presidents of United States of America is beneficial because the uses of petrol expenditure is 35,000 United States dollars. But point to be noted, my lord, here cost is 1 United States dollars per liter. Hence, here the necessary petrol volume is 35,000 liter of petrols. Okay. And now let's see about the significant moments as we can notify what we can see. And here we can notify how can I calculate the necessary petrol volume or the necessary fuel weights when we contains kinetic powers, we contains specific heat of fuels, and we contains the temperature of fuels. Let's simple. We know the engine capability of F-35 fighter plane is okay. F-35 fighter plane is what? 98%. And now here we can see the points. Just for a moment, I have notified this. Okay. And now here you can see the moments as and here and now let's see the points 98% engine capabilities. When feminist presidents use petrol as a fuel of F-35 fighter planes, we know the specific heat of fuel is 2 joule per kilometer per Kelvin. And we know the highest temperature of petrol, highest temperature difference for petrol as fuel is 50 degrees Celsius. Okay. And here we know the density of petrol is 0.7778 kilometer per liters. And that is the achievement moments. Now here kinetic powers as kinetic powers as a second 36. Now here we can see kinetic power is here 260 watts. Well, we know the kinetic power as in the period of misogynist presidents of United States of America, that is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 watts. Okay, and that is the here we can use. Well, the input is 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 enter divided by bracket of uh, 36 square multiple by here 10 to the power 4 square is here we can know that multiple by 0.98 multiple by triple 0.77788 multiple by hundreds, and here we can assertions that is 35,000 United States dollars. Oh yes. And here and here we can sure so Divija Bhasin could say this because of my miscalculations. And now here we can see what are the proper calculations points. And here you could see well, here that would be almost 6 to the power 4. Okay, no problems. Here we can write 36 multiplied by 6. Okay, 36 multiplied by 36. That is here 1296. Okay, now here we can see that is clear points 1.3 1.3. Now here we can see million 1.3 million United States dollars. Oh, and now here we can 1.3 million United States dollars. Okay, but here we use comma in lieu of points, and here it is okay for it. But what about the misogynist presidents? Let's see. Just for a moment. Okay. Now here we contest the misogynist presidents of United States of America. Well, here that would be a now here we know the kinetic power is 12.1 trillion megawatts of F-35 fighter planes to attack on Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei in Tehran, Iran. Okay. Uh, Well, necessary fuel weight is here. Uh, uh, how can we calculate the necessary fuel weight? Where necessary fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now your equation is kinetic power divided by bracket of engine capability multiplied by specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor multiplied by temperature of artificial solar arc reactor. And what we know the engine capability is 98%. Now, and now what is kinetic power? What is the specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor? That is 15,408. And what is the temperature of artificial solar arc reactor? That is 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And here we can see as a calculations, we know that what is the points. The necessary fuel weight is 1.21 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million, 666,650 kilograms. But now the point is that here we know 1 kilogram is 10 to the power 15 picograms. Hence, we can see the necessary fuel weight is 1.21 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million, 666,635 picogram. That is less than 1 picograms. And that is the lighter than 1 picograms. And here we can see what's going on. That is the significant moments. And here we can see what is the points. Now here the new calculation is that when we contest the misogynist presidents of United States of America, we contest F-35 fighter plane fuel as artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius with the weight of 1.21 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million, 666,635 picograms. But when we contest the feminist presidents of United States of America, feminist that is the negative points because the fuel of F-35 fighter plane is petrol and the weight is and what about the volume? The volume is 1.3 million liters. And where is weight of 1.21 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million, 666,635 picograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the weight of with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. And where is petrol with the volume of 1.3 million liters? Well, and that we can see that is the huge points that is the huge point in the and that's why in the roasting Divija Bhasin in the topic of blaze metal, we mentions that why we can say women are not patriotic. And here sometimes there's we could not say reply the proper reasons. And here the topic is I would contest and afford of proper reasons that why women are not patriotic. And here the significant points here we can see the movements. Hence, and when we United States citizens contest misogynist presidents of United States of America, well, our F-35 fighter planes contains highest velocity of 11,000 kilometers per second with the modern fuel technology where the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. But when we contents the feminist presidents of United States of America, F-35 fighter plane would contain 110 kilometer per hour or in the one in the Baba Father Adam eras fuel technology where fuel is petrol with the volume of 1.3 million liter of petrols. Here is the huge difference as we can see, and what and that is the points. Here is the points. But what about the Iranian terrorist? Well, Iranian terrorist Ali Khomeini contends the fighter jet had as Sukhoi 37 had fighter jets where the velocity can be 11,000 kilometers per minute. Okay, and here we can see. Now let's see the petrol cost is 1 United States dollar per 1 liter petrols. Now let's check about some calculations. Okay. Now, well, what is going on? Now here 121 multiplied by 10 to the power 17. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good. Divided by, well, 60 a square. 60 a square. Here we can see multiple by 98 multiple by 0.778. Okay, now let's see what's going. It is 45 trillion United States dollars of petrols. Okay, now here we can see United okay. Iranian terrorist Ali Khomeini contends a preparation to fight United States F-30 fighter plane with the expenditure of petrol of almost 45 trillion United States dollars because the uses of Iranian petrol would be 45 trillion liter of petrols. And now here the irony is that here United States gross domestic product is 31 trillion United States dollars. That means here we can see what about the subtraction from 45 by 27. Here 45 subtract by 20 is 25. 25 subtract by 7 is 18. That means here we can see uh, uh, to fuel the Iranian Sukhoi 35 with the petrol, the feminist presidents of United States of America would provide would receive the loan from United States Reserve Bank is 18 trillion United States dollars as a loan, as a debt. Now here we can, now when we know that Donald Trump is the second term president of United States of America, he voted to pay the every single loan debt of United States of America, where United States of American debt is 36 trillion United States dollars. But now, when we would get the feminist presidents of United States of America, well, here 36 multiplied by 18 is on 6 sum by 36 sum by 48. Okay, let's see 36 sum by 18 is 14. 54 trillion United States dollars. And now it is the significant points where the feminist presidents of United States of America is ready to destroy the economical sovereignty of United States of America and the defensive sovereignty of United States of America. And here is the point that's going on. And that our honorable psychologist Divija Bhasin wants the to United States of American economical sovereignty and defensive sovereignty would be destroyed. Hence, our honorable Indian psychologist Divija Bhasin require the feminist presidents in United States of America, because Divija Bhasin knows that feminist presidents of United States of America is here anti-nationals, and misogynist presidents of United States of America is nationalist. Yes, we can see about the nationalism points. Okay, and now let's see about the significant moments. As we can notice, well, now here the third point is here the sovereignty, the enemy of the United States sovereignty is now Bangladeshi terrorist. And here we can see the hypothetical feminist president is Hillary Clinton, and the real misogynist president is Donald Trump. Okay? And now here we can see what's going on, the points. Well, okay. Now here we can see about the points. 92 multiplied by 36. 92 multiplied by 36 is ready for its 332. 3.4 thousands at 10 thousands, 34 millions. Okay, 34. Here we can see 34 by lay on. Oh, here we got the points. Here we can see the 34 millions. Well, 34 millions. And now let's see what's going on. Now we can mention it later. But at first, let's mention the points. Okay. The mentioning point is to be significant at the moment is here. Well, now here, misogynist President Donald Trump want to attack Dhaka, Bangladesh on target is Bangladeshi terrorists, particularly Tasnim Jara. Departure is Chicago, United States of America, and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, now your flying distance is 18,000 kilometers. Flying time is 1 second, and half of weight is 35 planes is 100,000 kilograms. Here, kinetic power is 32.4 trillion megawatts. But on the other hand, let's see what if Hillary Clinton would be the feminist president of United States of America. Now let's see. Departure is same, arrival is same, target is same, flying distance is same, 18,000 kilometers, but the flying time is 100 hours, and the kinetic power is of a F-35 plane would be 695 watts. Okay, now let me explain it scientifically with the velocity and the kinetic powers. Okay, well, now here we can share that here is the significant moments of the enshrinements is the significance. Well, we man loves the high speeds, and we misogynist man loves the high speeds of our vehicles. And when the topic is the misogynist presidents of United States of America, the misogynist presidents of United States of America loves and respect the F-35 fighter plane with the velocity of 18,000 kilometers per second. Hence, because here distance between Chicago of United States of America and Dhaka, Bangladesh is almost 18,000 kilometers. Okay, now here the enemy of the sovereignty of United States of America is Tasnim Jara, the terrorist. Okay, Tasnim Jara, the Bangladeshi terrorist woman. And here we can see that the significant moments, the points. Flying distance. Okay. Now here the kinetic powers we can calculate is with the equation of kinetic power equal to half of weight of F-35 plane multiplied by distance square. Here we would not mention travel time cube when here the flying distance is 18,000 kilometers and the president of United States of America is misogynist Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Here now, here is the points. What is the moments? Yes. Because when the travel time is 1 second, here kinetic power is kinetic energy. Because we know the kinetic power is weight of half of weight of object multiplied by distance square divided by travel time square is half or is the kinetic energy. And what is the kinetic power? Kinetic power is half of weight of object multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. But and in this case, when travel time is 1 second, one square is equal to 1 cube is equal to 1 to the power 7 is equal to 1 to the power triple six trillion, triple six billion, triple six million, triple six thousand, triple six. Yes. Because the result would be 1. And now here we can see, let's check it. Here the kinetic power of F-35 plane, here input is the here input of half of weight of F-35 plane is 10 to the power 5. And here distance, travel distance square is 18 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. And now we know that 10 to the power 6 square is 10 to the power 12, and multiplication between 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 12 is 10 to the power 17. But what about 18 squares? 18 square is 324. Now, the when the kinetic power is 324 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 watt, that is 32.4 trillion megawatts. Achha. And now here we can see that is the significant moments as our achievements. Well, here we can see when we can achieve it in the misogynist presidents of United States of America. But what about the feminist presidents of United States of America, like Hillary Clinton? Well, if Hillary Clinton would be the president of United States of America, what is the point? Well, here the velocity of F-35 fighter plane, as Hillary Clinton permitted, would be almost 180 kilometers per hour. But here the flying distance between Chicago, United States of America and the Dhaka, Bangladesh is 80,000 kilometers. Hence, the flying time would be 100 hours. That means 4 days. Okay, 4 days, 4 hours. And it is the significant negative points as we can assume it, and we can calculate. Now, on the other hand, when about the kinetic powers of F-35 plane in the period of Hillary Clinton, the feminist president of United States of America, here kinetic power is equation is half of weight of F-35 plane multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. Now here distance square, we know 18 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. But travel time cube, when the travel time is 100 hours, hence the travel time cube is 6 to the power 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 cube second cube. Now we know that 10 to the power 4 is 12 and 6 square is 12. Subtract from 12 by 12 is under. 10 to the power 0 is 1. Now here we can see 10 to the power 0 is 1. Now here we can notify this. The calculation is 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 324 divided by 6 to the power 6. That is 695 watts. Now let's see what about the difference. The difference is clear cut points. Donald Trump, the Honorable United States Misogynist President, we got a misogynist presidents like Donald Trump. Our F-35 fighter plane velocity is 18,000 kilometer per second. And when we would get Hillary Clinton as a feminist president, our F-35 fighter plane velocity would be 180 kilometer per hour. Where is 18,000 kilometer per second and where is 180 kilometer per hour? Well, and here the F-35 fighter plane is in the misogynist President Donald Trump is faster than F-35 fighter plane in the feminist President Hillary Clinton's. Okay, now here we can see about kinetic powers. When we got misogynist President Donald Trump, kinetic power of F-35 fighter plane is 32.4 trillion megawatt. But when we would get feminist presidents like Hillary Clinton, F-35 fighter plane would be 695 watts. Where is 324 trillion megawatts and where is 695 watts? Here is a big difference as we can see. Well, here F-35 fighter plane, according with kinetic powers, F-35 fighter plane in the period of Donald Trump, the misogynist president is more powerful than F-35 fighter plane in the feminist president's Hillary Clinton. And here we can see that what we can notify in when Hillary Clinton would be the president of United States of America, she would be a feminist president. And here the point is, well, 35 F-35 fighter plane would attack Dhaka, Bangladesh, with the delay of 4 days, 4 hours. In that huge times, Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Chara would be prepared to attack the Chicago city of United States of America. Because here the velocity of JF-17 would be 18,000 kilometers per minute by Bangladeshi terrorist Tasnim Jara when Hillary Clinton, the feminist president of United States of America, would allow F-30 fighter plane only to contain the velocity of 180 kilometers per hour. But what about Donald Trump? Donald Trump would order to F-35 fighter plane to contain the velocity of 18,000 kilometers per second. That is the achievement. Of misogynist presidents shell F-35 fighter planes, and that is why we love misogyny. And here we can say we love misogyny. And now let's see what about the technologies. Now let's see the technological points. Well, I think it would be ready for us at the moment. Okay. Just for where is the technologies? Okay. Here technological points is here our fuel would be artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 666 degrees Celsius. Here necessary weight fuel weight would be 3.24 multiplied by 10 to the power negative triple six million triple six thousand triple 635 picogram. Okay, but what if we would contain Hillary Clinton as a feminist president of United States of America? Hence, here we can see our fuel of F-35 fighter plane would be petrol with the cost of 1 United States dollars per liters, and on the other hand, the necessary petrol expenditure would be 34 million United States dollars. Okay. Now here we can see that how we calculate. Okay. Now here let's see how can we calculate the misogyny is points that we can see the point moments. Well, and now here now let's see what is the moment at the points. Now here when the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 666 degrees Celsius. Here we can see that is the modern fuel technology of F-35 fighter plane under the misogynist President Donald Trump. Okay, now here we can see the necessary fuel weight. What is the necessary fuel weight equations? That is the kinetic power of F-35 fighter planes divided by bracket of engine capability multiplied by specific heat multiplied by temperature bracket close. Now we know that the engine is capability is 98%. When the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 and 666 degrees Celsius. I have mentioned the temperatures. The specific heat of artificial sun is, the artificial solar specific heat is 15,408 joule per kilogram per kelvins. Okay. But now we got kinetic power in lieu of kinetic energy. And how we can calculate? But we forgot that when the travel time is 1 second, kinetic power is kinetic energy because 10 to s square is 10 to the power q. I mean 10 s square is 10 q is equal to 10 to the power 7 is equal to 10 to the power 666 decillion. 666 trillion, 666,000, 666. And here we can see here, the input of kinetic power of F-35 plane under the misogynist President Donald Trump is 324 multiplied by 10 to the power 70. Enter divided by bracket of 98% multiplied by 15,408 multiplied by 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 666. Enter double bracket close. And here the result is 3.24 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million 666,000 650 kilograms. But what we can see? Okay. We know that 1 kilogram is 10 to the power 15 picograms. Hence, as a picogram, we got 3.24 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666 million 666,000 635 picograms. And that is the achievement of necessary fuel weights. Yes, it is lighter than 1 picogram when the fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 666 degrees Celsius. And here we can see That is why we love misogyny, because misogyny is nationalism. When the when we can say politics in United States of America, misogyny is nationalism. Oh. And what about the points of feminist presidents of United States of America? Here we can get the hypothetical scenario where we got feminist presidents of United States of America as a Hillary Clinton. Okay. Well, now here we can see what about the points. The point is we can see the point moments. Well, now points we can see feminist presidents is of United States of America as a Hillary Clinton. The here we can United States F-35 fighter plane contains fuel as a petrol, where petrol cost is 1 United States dollars per liters. Here, necessary petrol expenditures we can say money is equal to volume. Okay, money is equal to volume. Here, half of weight equation is half of weight multiplied by distance square divided by here half of weight multiplied by distance square divided by enter bracket of time square multiplied by eta engine capability multiplied by petrol distance multiplied by the here petrol specific heats multiplied by temperatures. And here we can see the points is here input is 32 multiplied by 10 to the power 17. Here and the travel time square is 36 square multiplied by 10 to the power 4 squares. Enter multiplied by 98% multiplied by 0.778 multiplied by hundreds. And here we can see what we got 34 million United States dollars as a petrol expenditures because here petrol volume is 34 millions. Okay. And now that is the huge problem that what would we would contain 30 at the dinosaur era F-35 fighter planes fuel technology when our president of United States of America would be feminist Hillary Clinton. Because here we can see 34 million necessary petrol expenditure would be 34 million United States of America. Here are the points. But now I would let you explain that the 1 hour when F-35 fighter plane can travel 1 hour as flying, that would cost 32 million United States dollars. That means here the entire cost would be 6.4 billion United States dollars, and the separate petrol expenditure would be 34 million United States dollars. The separate and in the case of the points, what about the Tasnim Jara, the terrorist would contains the velocities necessary petrols? Here, let me see what about the mentions. Okay. Now here we can see the necessary mentions is that is the significant moments. Well, 32 for 324 multiplied by 10 to the power 17. Well, and it would be divided by what about the points? 60 square multiplied by 98 multiplied by 0.778. Okay, and here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 120 trillion United States dollars. Okay, and here we can see Tasnim Jara, the Bangladeshi terrorist, would spend 120 trillion United States dollars petrol to attack on Chicago, the city of United States of America, with the velocity of 18,000 kilometers per minute of velocity. But what about the Hillary Clinton, the feminist president of United States of America? Here the point is, uh, she would spend 34 million United States dollar for petrol for F-35, but she would provide 120 million unit, 120 million, 120 trillion United States dollars to Tasnim Jara. Hence, that Tasnim Jara Sukhoi 37 can attack United States of American city Chicago. And here the point is, what would be the here the points why we would love misogyny and why would we hate feminism? Because in the when the sovereignty of United States of America, misogyny is nationalism and feminism is international. And hence that's here points is why Divija Bhasin supports feminism to be president of United States of America. Hence, why Divija Bhasin say if men are not feminists, they should not get to be in politics. Because, when the Prime Minister of India is would be feminist, when the President of India would be feminist, that would be the sovereignty threat for United States of America, because they would support the Pakistani terrorists, they would support the Bangladeshi terrorists. Even they would support the Iranian terrorists against the sovereignty both of Israel and India and China and Russia. Okay. And here I have mentioned that what is the security threat, national security threat for United States of America when we can get feminist president of United States of America like Hillary Clinton or Tulsi Gabbard or Kamala Harris. And here is and what is the national security beneficial for United States of America if we can get misogynist presidents of United States of America like Donald Trump. And here is the point that why I, Misogynist Michaela, support the misogynist presidents of United States of America, because when the sovereignty of the presidents, United States of America, where the topic is the sovereignty of United States of America, we love misogyny because misogyny is nationalism and feminism is international. And here here is my point that why Divija Bhasin want to establish the anti-national president of United States of America in Washington DC, Capitol Hills, White House. And here is my points, and here is my points, and I wish my points is uh, enough in this live stream. See you then. Khodafez. Love you.